What is up, YouTube? All right, it is Tuesday night, and I have a lot of stuff to talk about. But while I'm waiting for a few people to jump into the live stream, if you're new here, I'm Laura. This is Atomic News, and make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, and then when you're done with that, make sure you move that mouse over to the bell icon, click that, set it for all notifications. That way you know every time I post a video or every time I go live, if YouTube feels like notifying people that day. That's the catch. You guys make sure you hit that thumbs up button when you're coming into the chat room, and help a girl out. Make sure that you share this video if you can, because YouTube has had me shadow banned. It is real. Okay, ever since my channel has been shut down, and then I got a warning strike for my drunk Nancy Pelosi video. The traffic on my channel has been like, woo, like all over the place. So help a girl out and share this video after it's done, okay? Gulf City Accelerator, how's it going? Joe Garcia's in the house. Joseph, how's it going? What do you mean, what? Question mark. Oh, you mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. Demoted content for supporting Trump and borders. Yeah, exactly. They do suppress any of us that do shed light on what truly is going on in the border. I have been nicknamed from my, I guess you could call them, not coworkers, but colleagues on YouTube. I've been dubbed Queen of the Border. So you know, people don't want that news getting out there. They don't want that raw footage proving that what the right is saying is correct. So yeah, that happens to the best of us. But while we're hanging out for a sec, waiting for people to jump in, I gotta tell you guys the story. Okay, so I had to get my hair done, okay, because girl is 44 and I got some gray hairs, okay? So I had to get my hair colored and highlighted and cut and all that stuff, right? This is a kind of a girly story, so guys, hang out with me for like 30 seconds through this. I promise you what I got today is good news. So, and I have no idea who my hair person is going to be, because I go to the beauty school, because I can, like, I always get a good job done there, and I pay super cheap. TKL, how's it going? Thanks for being here, hon. So I always can get a screaming deal on my hair, right? Really cheap at the beauty school. So I go do that, right? And okay, I'm gonna lose subscribers for this, or you guys are gonna cheer for me, one or the other. A Muslim woman came over to do my hair, and I'm like, okay, and it has nothing to do with her really being, well, I guess it does have something to do with her being Muslim. I guess you could say that. But I kept thinking to myself, please don't commit on my hair, because how often do you see a Muslim woman doing hair or nails or anything of that sort? You don't, because it's just not in their culture, okay? It's just not. Okay, imagine some big, buff, burly, muscle man dude coming in to cut your hair. Wouldn't you be like, right, ladies? You'd be questioning whether or not that was going to be good or bad. Okay. But I have to be straightforward and honest and say, this girl did an amazing job. Okay. So, thank you, Fatima, for doing Atomic News's hair. I'm sure if you knew who I was and what I talk about, you probably would not have wanted to do it. But she did not commit on my hair. Okay, so it turned out really good. It's not, you can't see it because it's all up. My job, my day job, I've got to have my hair up. It's just, otherwise it's a big old mess. So anyway, let's get into the news, because that's why you guys are here, right? There's 39 people in the house and only 14 likes, so you guys hit that like button. So Ilhan Omar, we'll start with her. I've got like 5 articles I can talk to you guys about today. This is the only one of that's really not border related, but we all love us a good Ilhan Omar or the squad story, right? I got this article like first thing this morning from Mr. Atomic, and then I saw that my buddy Let's Be Frank also covered this in his live stream today. So this may be a repeat for some of you who follow both channels, but Ilhan Omar is a homewrecker. Boom! Okay, so it's out now. Okay, first the girl marries her brother. Now she's dating a married man. Okay, not just a married man, but a married man with kids. Mm-hmm. Okay, so reported by the Western Journal today, the wife of a Washington, D.C. area political consultant says in a divorce filing that her husband is having an affair with Minnesota Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar. The bombshell claim reported by the New York Post was made in divorce papers filed Tuesday in D.C. Superior Court by Dr. Beth Jordan Minette, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Mynett. Okay, so she's a doctor of something, I don't know. In the divorce filing, she claims her husband, Tim, acknowledged the affair in April and made a shocking declaration of love for Omar before leaving his wife. So he came home and he said, "Hon, we need to talk. I am in love with a squad member. Peace out." So not just oh, I'm gonna stab you, but I'm gonna twist it and tell you it's a member of the squad. Boy, this girl, Ilhan Omar, the most conceited female politician in existence. Okay, that girl is so conceited. I mean, it's so obvious and disgusting to watch it. She's an embarrassment to women. Okay, I said it from day one. All four of the squad members are an embarrassment to women for their behavior. So the parties physically separated on or about April 7th when the defendant told the plaintiff that he was romantically involved with and in love with another woman, Ilhan Omar. And this is according to court documents. Beth Minette, a physician, reportedly told her husband, who she has been married to since 2012, that she still wanted to work things out, but he wasn't having it. I'm sorry, but an affair is one thing, but an affair with a squad member is unforgivable, okay? I'd be like, nope. I'd be tossing shit out the front door. I'd be like, bye, sucker. So the 37-year-old congresswoman and mom of three paid Tim Minette and his E Street group approximately $230,000 through her campaign since 2018 for fundraising, consulting, digital communications, internet advertising, and travel expenses. So Omar hired this guy for her campaign, basically, and he helped provide the services that she needed for her campaign. So that's how they met. Calm Blondie says thumbs up, hit it. Thank you. You guys, if you guys know, if in the chat I don't always see what you're saying because I have to read and talk and chew gum and do all that stuff at the same time. So if you want me to see something that you're specifically saying in the chat, you either have to do the @Atomic News so it highlights to me, or super chat. Okay, if you guys don't know what super chat is, it's that dollar symbol. It's that dollar symbol in the chat area. You click that, you can donate as little as $1 to my channel. Then you can put in a comment or a question and it boom pops up highlighted to everybody. And that way I don't miss you, I can see you. So if you're feeling frisky tonight, hit that super chat button. If not, I still want you here anyway, so don't feel obligated. Let's see. What else is important in this article? Okay, days prior to the defendant's devastating and shocking declaration of love, Omar took the party's son. Okay, so Omar took the man and the man's son to dinner in order to formally meet for the first time at the family's favorite neighborhood restaurant while the wife was out of town. Omar gave the party's son a gift, and the defendant later brought her back inside the family's home. Holy shit. That's not all. That's not all it says. Beth Manette believes Tim put his son in harm's way by letting him be seen in public with Omar, who at that time garnered a plethora of media attention along with death threats. Okay, she's got a point there. That's true. That's true information. In addition to primary custody of their son, Beth Manette is seeking full control of the couple's DC home, child support, and legal fees. Let's see here. There's another thing in here. Omar has now dumped her current husband, Ahmed Harisi, I don't know how you pronounce that, who she first married in a religious ceremony in 2002 and divorced in 2008, and moved into a penthouse apartment in one of Minneapolis's trendiest neighborhoods. There you have it, guys. She lives in a penthouse apartment. But AOC is out there pushing for raises for Congress because, you know, living in a penthouse apartment is not enough. How disgusting is that? And then you have veterans and homeless and kids that are hungry and issues on the border, but you want more money because, yeah, a penthouse is not enough. That's disgusting. That's part of what disgusts me about these women. So she's a homewrecker officially, okay? And she is out there dating a married man who has kids and has not even told his wife yet that they're in love. And she takes them out to dinner and then gives the son a gift and goes back to their family home afterwards while the wife is away. Now, if that ain't dirty, I don't know what is. So that is the controversy with Ilhan Omar right now. So I just wanted to give you guys that little tidbit. We're going to talk about what's going on the border right now. Okay. I was on the border over the weekend with Mr. Atomic, and we unfortunately did not run into any people crossing illegally. I mean, well, not that I want people to cross illegally, but I know you guys want to see the footage. We were in both Douglas and Naco. I did learn a lot though, and that's still an area that I might go back to if I can camp somehow out for the day or whatnot, on what I believe is rancher land where the border wall ends in Douglas. It's really interesting because, and I got you some of this footage. If you go watch the video clips that I put all together of me throughout the day, you'll see in Douglas there's two fences, okay? So like a metal fence, right? That's probably, I don't know, it's way taller than me. And then there is a canal, and then the border wall behind it that you're used to seeing, okay? That rusty colored, you know, with slats and whatnot that you see built, and it's everywhere. And in that canal, it's filled with razor wire. So there's no water in it at all. It's filled with razor wire, which I was like, whoa. Okay, and it's on one side. So if they can get over that first wall with the slats, which they could, because there's trees and electrical poles like right up against it. So you know, somebody who is really agile and can could easily climb up that tree and sit on top of that border wall. But then they have to get over the razor wire that goes there's rolls of it all the way down. So let's say they can get past that. They've got to go through that canal and up the other side of the canal, which is really steep, okay? and they have to get over more razor wire that's in the canal. And then they have to get over that secondary fence and razor wire on that too. So is it possible? Yes, it is possible. But in that area, it seemed very secure. The Border Patrol agents were really cool. Okay, they were really cool. We just drove up along that frontage road up along the border wall, and we're like, didn't ask permission, nothing. We just went, and we went around the barriers, through the barriers, and kept going up, and to where the wall ended. And there were trucks stationed, every, I don't know, half mile. And then right where the border wall ends, you could look up the mountains, nothing. No Border Patrol agents. Nothing. And that was what I assumed was the rancher land. Now, we did run into a monument there. That is a marker of land-to-land border. It's similar to what you've seen in my footage from Guardian Patriots and other Conservative Anthony. Sorry, I went blank there for a moment. When they're on that border, that New Mexico, El Paso kind of like, where everything meets. There's Monument 1. That's right where they just built that new border wall. We built the wall. That's Monument 1. I think this was Monument number, 86 or something like that we ran into. So it's exactly the same. It's the same thing, but it was in Arizona. The only crossers that we saw, though, were illegal jackrabbits that were crossing into the U.S. That is a questionable area in my eyes, because there were no border patrol for the rest of what the eye could see past the end of the border wall. They had them stationed every half a mile in the double wall area with all the razor wire, where the likelihood of somebody getting over is very slim, and then nobody stationed out at the end of the wall. Now, one could argue that the terrain there is a little bit more difficult, and so it's not likely for somebody to, hold up, it says my connection, I'm having a problem. Are you guys with me still? Let me know in the chat, because I just got a notification that my connection was kind of iffy. Can you guys still see me? I mean, that's got to trip the sensors, I would assume. So they're probably used to people going, back and forth. Boy, I'm getting, are you guys still with me? I keep getting that notification. I'm thinking that we might have a monsoon coming in, because I kind of saw these really weird clouds. So I'm a little nervous about my connection. So let me know that you guys are still here. Are we still here? Hey, Mr. Atomic. I hope you guys are still with me. It says I'm still live, but I can't see chat now. Okay, I can't see chat. So hopefully you guys are still with me. I'm just going to keep the show going. So let's talk about fake news. Okay. Oh, get off of it, lady. Get off your phone. That could be why. My kid is stealing the internet. So, okay. I want to make sure that you guys can see me. I'm sorry. Hang in there with me, you guys. Let me look at my internet connection. Okay, it says that we are. Hey, Bug. Lady. Yeah. Have Dad check and make sure that I'm streaming. Sorry, guys. Hang in there with me. Okay, it says there's 70 people in the room, so I'm assuming you guys are still with me, but I can't see chat anymore. It's kicked me out. All right, so let's talk about ICE and the fake news. All right, let me find that article, because there's some fake news going around. And you guys, I cannot wait to get this, but I ordered this button. You guys know that was easy button, the red button, and you press it and it goes, that was easy, right? Well, I ordered from Amazon a fake news button, and all the sayings are supposed to be Donald Trump in various forms, talking about that's fake news. So now when I talk to you guys about fake news, I can just boom, hit the button. That's fake news. I can't wait. That's so cool. So let me find this article here. Okay, so CNN recently reported, okay, and this is an article by the Western Journal. CNN recently reported that ICE is detaining a nursing mother, but medical records prove that's fake news. All right. So I'm sure you guys have heard this or seen this. If you really follow the border, you may have, heard it in passing or something like that, but it's fake news. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has a long history of releasing captured illegals if they meet certain humanitarian requirements, such as breastfeeding their children. That made a CNN report claiming ICE had apprehended and held the nursing mother of a 4-month-old baby, all the more tantalizing for the ICE-hating left. CNN reported that the mother of 3 was detained in August while working in Mississippi. The title of the CNN piece is "A Breastfeeding Mom is Still Being Held in an ICE Facility 12 Days After Being Detained." In the media's increasingly typical melodramatic fashion, Maria Domingo Garcia left for work 12 days ago and she hasn't been home. The mother of 3 has been separated from her 4-month-old daughter, who she still breastfeeds, since being picked up during a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement raid in Morton, Mississippi. Okay. When a woman is breastfeeding, her body continues to produce milk that needs to be expressed, or it can cause pain and swelling. Oh, you guys. There's the left making you so upset. So, in a video posted online by the Clarion Ledger in Jackson, Mississippi, Domingo Garcia's husband tried to bottle feed the crying infant as he explained that he has friends in the area but no family to help care for the children. Well, you know what? You should have thought of that before you came into this country illegally, or after you were told you couldn't be here anymore. So how does your mistakes become our fault, our problem? It's called responsibility. It's called being a grown-ass adult. All right. You should have thought of this. You should have prepared for it. A what if scenario. It's like when you're a kid and you're growing up and your family has a fire escape plan. If there's a fire in the house, or if you live in Southern California, if there's an earthquake in the house, what do you do? Illegal immigrants, you should have a plan in place. But you see, like I've always told you guys, migrants don't make good decisions. All right. They're the ones that try and cross the river on a raft made of pieces of a pallet tied together with dental floss. Okay. They do not make good decisions. So I don't understand how this is our problem. But anyway, going back. Once one of the lawyers representing Domingo Garcia claimed her client is in a lot of pain because of not being able to pump or breastfeed. Girl, manually squeeze that shiz out, all right? Not to give you guys details, but mom of 2, all right? Make it happen. So Domingo Garcia's attorney claims ICE hasn't asked her, not even one time, if she's breastfeeding, they say, okay? There's just one problem with everything CNN is reporting. CNN, the fake news. ICE says it has a medical report that shows Domingo Garcia was not even lactating when she was apprehended. So let's read between the lines there. What they're trying to say is we're going to sue the US for bullshit claims, because that's what's next. That's why they have an attorney, because now they're going to say, oh yeah, we were breastfeeding and you prevented us from that, so now you need to give us some money. because that's how it's going to work. Let me tell you, these they get WIC, okay? That's like one of their benefits, okay, that they get when they're here. WIC, okay, you can get like 8 cans of formula a month. So why would she breastfeed when she can get it for free from WIC, from the US government? Okay. ICE spokesman Brian Cox said all ICE detainees receive medical, dental, and mental health intake screenings within 12 hours of arriving at each detention facility. That screening includes a woman being asked if she is breastfeeding. During her initial medical screening, Ms. Domingo Garcia answered no to that question. And watch, now she's going to say, oh, I didn't understand because I don't speak English. Watch. Out of an abundance of caution, however, after media reports like CNN circulated, ICE ordered another medical exam. And that exam, too, concluded that Domingo Garcia is not lactating. At the time of writing, neither CNN nor Silverman responded to our request for comment, and CNN's story online contained no notes regarding specific updates or continued to refer to Domingo Garcia as breastfeeding. The hackery, however, doesn't stop there. Not only does CNN appear to have gotten the entire story wrong, according to ICE, the network story also wrongly reported Domingo Garcia's country of origin as Guatemala when she is actually a Mexican national. It says CNN stopped being a credible journalistic organization years ago. They're just trashing them. What they have become is a weaker version of MSNBC, in the tank for the left and willing to spin, bend, and even break the truth to advance that agenda. CNN! Fake news. Where's that button? I want that button. Fake news. It's coming soon. All right, I should have it next week sometime. I can't wait to use it for you guys because I'm going to sit here and laugh and you're going to crack up. All right, so that's what I got in regards to ICE. I do have an article that was sent to me by She-Wolf from the Guardian Patriots about the border and migrants not making it across the river. Why? Because migrants make poor decisions. All right, so this is reported from CBS 4 News. Border Patrol agents say, oh, and this was 13 hours ago, just so you know, sorry, that's important. Border Patrol agents say they found the bodies of at least 3 people they believe died on their way to enter the United States. Thursday, agents were calling to a report of a body floating. Agents were called to a report of a body floating in the Rio Grande near Havana, Texas. The U.S. Coast Guard helped move the body to a spot where La Jolla, if I pronounced that right, firefighters were able to remove the person from the river, and that's according to Border Patrol. Saturday, a U.S. Coast Guard unit patrolling the Rio Grande near Mission, Texas, informed the McAllen Border Patrol Station that they had found another body, another migrant who made poor decisions. The Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office, along with Mission Fire Department, arrived and picked up the body. The next day, Kingsville agents patrolling Kennedy County found the body of a dead person in the brush. Agents reported the body to the Kennedy County Sheriff's Office, and they, alongside a local justice of the peace, pronounced the man dead. He was then transported to the medical examiner's office, according to Border Patrol. Not the first, not the last, okay? And they show this picture, okay? I'm gonna show you this photo because this is a photo we see a lot. Hold on. This area. And you can kind of see migrants on the other side there. And I know this is like ghetto and hard to see, but this particular area is high traffic for crossing in the river, okay, in Texas, on the Rio Grande. And it is deceiving because the water doesn't look like it's moving that fast, but it is, okay? and they jump on these poorly constructed rafts, that are ridiculous, and then they fall apart and they're in the water. Okay, kids get pulled away downstream. Border Patrol and Coast Guard have to go in there and save them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they can't get to them, sometimes they die, sometimes they make it. But they haven't figured out yet that this is a bad thing to do. This is no go, no good. Okay, not a good area to do this. And they're going to continue to do it, and the left is going to continue to blame Donald Trump. Even though, okay, what was it, Guatemala? I think it was like the president of Guatemala. No, it was El Salvador. I don't know, one of them. I forget. I reported on it, and I can't even remember. One of those two countries, okay? The president said, it's our fault that these people are crossing and not the U.S. because we have not made our country good enough. Our country hasn't helped them. Our country doesn't have the means to help them, and so they were forced to go to the U.S., which was great because they should be claiming responsibility for it. It is their fault. It's not our fault. But the left is going to eat this up, and they're going to be like, yeah, it's Donald Trump's fault. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've been talking for about 31 minutes, and you guys, I cannot see the chat, so I'm so sorry. Connection issues. I can't see the chat right now, so if you guys are asking me questions, I don't know. I think Mr. Atomic might have to run in and let me know if there's like a super chat or something like that, because I can't see. So I apologize. Everybody else was trying to hog the internet while I was live streaming, but I'm still here because I can see there's 80 people in the room and 79 likes. So one person is a creeper. Whoever that person is, you better hit like. All right, I'm going to give you guys my telephone number. You guys can call in and talk to me about any of this stuff. I got some other things I can talk about too. I know last time I live streamed, you guys didn't want to call in. Nobody wanted to call, but the time before that, everybody was calling in. So area code 480-216-6140 if you want to be live on my live stream. That's 480-216-6140. We can talk about Ilhan, the homewrecker. We can talk about fake news. We can talk about ICE. We can talk about, I don't know, my hair. I'm just kidding. So what do you guys think about the reports for G7? Like everything says that Donald Trump like rocked it. Okay, like he just was a political king. I think that's great. He needed to, because when you have your own country, people in your own country hating you, but then you see people from other countries begging for you, like Hong Kong. It was just last week, Hong Kong had protesters had a sign up that said, "Make Hong Kong great again." And you have people on video saying, "We need Donald Trump to help us. Please help us, Donald Trump." Okay, that's just smearing it in the left's face right there. Okay, so when they say the world hates Donald Trump, fake news. I need that button. I need that button.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
I know who this
Build
is.
that.
Hi, this is Atomic News.
Hey, Laura, I saw that smile. This is the Tesla chick.
Hey, girl, how you doing?
Doing really well. And I wanted to say real quick, you did see the Antarctic and the Tesla tower that I sent you in a message in Facebook?
Yes. I think
Oh, good.
I thought you were going to say in text, and I'm like, no, I didn't get that in text. But then you said on Facebook. I'm like, yeah.
Good. Yeah, there's another one I'll send to you too.
Okay.
But about the G7.
Yeah.
Our president is brilliant.
He is brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. How he handled everything over there. There's also a side of me that thinks that he knew an Iran representative was going to stop in. Maybe not, but I kind of think maybe he did.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I kind of wants to talk. And it's like, yes, everything is all coming together. He wrote the book, Part of the Deal. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
This is what the world needs. This is what our country needs. And so
he dominated it,
Yes. And even, I have to say, I didn't hear much from her, but Angela Merkel,
Yeah.
she actually, to me anyway, this time really looked our president in the eye when she was talking to him. She wasn't like looking all over the place and all nervousy and shaking.
Right.
Now, granted, you know, she's still on the opposite side. Yeah. And you know who they say, is her father, right?
No.
You haven't heard that?
No, educate me.
Well, her and May, it is speculated that the really awful person, name starting with H.
Oh, no shit.
No shit, Lawra.
Oh.
No shit. There is a photo of him and a little girl, and that little girl looks just like Angela.
Wow.
Because the suspicion is that he actually did go down to Antarctica. He did not die.
Oh yeah, I know that whole story. Yeah, oh yeah. Hunting, that show Hunting Hitler or whatever it's called. I love that.
Yes. So when you look at her the next time, have a picture of him up and look at the two side by side. And I think you're gonna OMG.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more of the stuff that has to come out. But anyway, yeah, back with the G7. I just think that our president handled everything just so beautifully that I think the fake news doesn't even know what to do.
Yeah, right. You know what they need, what they feel they need to do. They feel they need to not cover it because they don't want the world to know that. They don't want us to know that. So we're not going to touch that because that doesn't fit our agenda. Is what they're doing.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. And that's why people just they don't know. They don't venture out to, just explore.
Right.
Just to explore.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you going down to the border. I know it's dangerous. And I give you a lot of credit for doing that because what we see is truth.
Right.
It's what's happening down there. And it's it's not like you're standing on one side of the fence and looking over the other side of the border and it's empty and saying that it's full.
Yeah.
like you know who did that.
Yeah. It's crazy because I mean, just right on the other side of the wall was Mexico and like their life, like every day going on normal, people driving by, businesses, like they back it up right against that wall. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, it's close, but you don't think it's that close, So it's kind of eye-opening to actually be there and see it firsthand.
So when you're down there, Lawra, have you had people that are trying to cross actually approach you to tell you truth?
No, the when I went down to Yuma like a month and a half ago, they don't speak to you when they cross that when they walk right by you. I don't know if you remember that footage, but that group, they wanted to say nothing to us. They hopped right into the Border Patrol trucks and it was just like clockwork. But there have been patriots that have confronted them and held conversations. I know Jen from AZ Patriots has, had an interpreter come with them, I think, and then ask them questions like, how did you know to cross here? How did you get here? Things like that. And they answered, they got answers. But for the most part, they pretend, if they know how to speak English, they'll pretend they don't. So, they don't always have something to say to you.
Okay, and I know which video you're talking about, because I believe it's the one where they literally, when you were all trying to talk with them, they literally pulled their coats right up over their heads and just walked. Is that the video? That's the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of them, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. And they don't want to have nothing to do with you. They're on their mission to get where they need to get. Yeah. Right. So they don't always talk to you, but we'll see. I'm going back down. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to Arivaca, which I'll talk about next. Okay, the weekend of where everybody's planning to rush Area 51. The FBI actually contacted the person that created that event and said, yeah, please don't do that. So they've created an event, I believe it's in New Mexico, that same weekend, where everybody is supposed to come together and convene and I guess talk about aliens and have kind of like a, in the desert festival type of thing. I'm debating on if I'm going to go to that and interview a bunch of weirdos, or if I'm going to go to Arivaca, or if I'm going to go to Arivaca. So I haven't decided yet, but I'll talk with Mr. Atomic and figure it out. But and of course I'll let you guys all know, so that you guys know if I'm going to be down there or not. But yeah, because that's one thing I've always wanted to do, is go to Area 51 and go right up to that border, to that sign where it says "Do not, pass here," and just to do it, just say I've done it. If I'm gonna ever be arrested in my life, because I've never the worst I've ever done is get a parking ticket. I would be proud to say I'm a convicted felon because I crossed into Area 51.
You know what? We have a lot of people signing a petition to free you.
Right? I wouldn't mind putting, on an job application where it says, have you been convicted of a felony, and I would be happy to say yes for crossing into Area 51. Who could say that?
Well, actually, I think there's some that probably did cross and never got the chance to say it.
That's true. That's true. Well, girl, we're almost at 9 minutes here, so I gotta free up the line. But I'm glad that you called back.
Yes.
I love talking to you.
Take good care.
All right. Hopefully, I'll catch you on the next live stream.
Sounds good. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, hun. Sorry, guys. I know I usually give a 5-minute time limit, but I love talking to her. She's cool. So, yeah. So, talking about Arivaca, you guys, if anybody else wants to call in, it's area code 480-216-6140 if you want to call in next. But Arivaca, okay. So, let's talk about Arivaca. I have an article here that I also got from She-Wolf from Guardian Patriots. I had seen it in Facebook, but she actually sent it over to me, which I was grateful because I couldn't find it. And it's like she read my mind and boom, there it was. But Arivaca is close to the border. It's not on the border. It's a few miles north, but heavy drug trafficking area. Okay, and obviously there's some areas that do not have wall. So I want to go find out where that is, okay? Kind of like what I did over the weekend, where I was fishing out to find out where we had wall and where we didn't have wall over on the east side of the state. But Border Patrol seized over 820 pounds of marijuana from 11 illegal aliens near Arivaca. And I don't know if you can see this, but here's their photo of all of them. So this is from KOLD News 13. I don't know what KOLD stands for. But it says, Tucson Sector Border Patrol agents arrested 11 men near Arivaca on Wednesday and discovered 36 bundles of marijuana hidden nearby, weighing approximately 820 pounds. My question is, why are they bringing in weed? We can get this easy in America, okay? Here in Arizona, dude, they have people, it's like you're in Southern California on the Santa Monica Pier or something, and they have signs, get your medical marijuana card here, you know, $99, you know, like it's so easy. And then California is a hop, skip, and a jump away where you can just buy it. And then Colorado, that's not that far. You can just go buy it. I mean, so why are they wasting their time with weed? I mean, they can't really get that much for it. It can't be worth that much. I mean, they have to be desperate. I mean, not that I want drugs to come over the border, but I mean, I'm just trying to make a point here, right? You know, that's like bringing Coronas over instead of tequila. Piss water versus alcohol, you know? So Border Patrol was alerted to a group wearing camouflage and carrying bundles of marijuana in the mountains west of Nogales. Assisted by an air and marine operations helicopter, Tucson sector Border Patrol agents located and arrested the group. The Honduran, Guatemalan, and Mexican nationals ranging in age from 15 to 38 years old are facing federal immigration and drug smuggling charges. Records checks revealed that a 25-year-old Guatemalan in the group, Mario Felipe Perez, had an active warrant in Marion County, Oregon for burglary, domestic violence assault, and contempt of court. The warrant issuing agency was notified Perez was in federal custody and he is awaiting extradition to Marion County. Arivaca. So, I wish I could see the chat room, but I'm going to have Mr. Atomic tell me what the results are. If in September, on my weekend off, if you want me to go to Arivaca, type in 1 into the chat. If you think I should do the Area 51 gathering, put 2. Push 2 and hit enter into the chat. Okay, so let me know 1 if you want me to go to Arivaca, 2 if you want me to go to Area 51 get together and interview some weirdos. And he'll let me know what the results are, because when it comes down to it, he's driving, so he won't care either way. I mean, he'll take me. But oh, here he is. So what did they say? 1 or 2?
The ones have it so far, but the 2s are gaining.
Oh, okay. So he said, you guys probably heard him. The 1s are winning, but the 2s are gaining. So type 1 in for Arivaca if you want me to go there, and 2 if you want me to go to the Area 51 bash and interview a bunch of alien weirdos. So he'll keep track. And has anybody asked any questions or anything that I missed?
No.
Okay.
But you have a troll in here.
I have a troll.
Is telling me he's going to call.
He's going, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, you're going to call, so it's area code 480-216-6140. I can't see chat right now, guys, because when I was having connection issues, because the bandwidth was being used, it kicked me out of chat. Now I can't see it. And the only way for me to go back in and see it is if I stop the live stream and started it again. So we have a couple minutes. If somebody else wants to call, area code 480-216-6140. You guys, if you're new here and you haven't hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button now. And then hit the notification bell and click it to all notifications. That way you know when I do a border update, a live stream where you can call in, or just a few-minute video telling you guys the news. It'll let you know, as long as YouTube wants to actually get off their butts and work that day. What? So, you guys, anybody who wants to send me mail, my P.O. box will be in the description box as soon as this fully uploads. Okay, it's not in there now as I'm live, but once it's uploaded in a few minutes, it'll be there if you want to send me something. My telephone number is also the one that I keep giving out. That's going to be in the description box. If you guys ever see an article or you want to text me to let me know about something, because I don't always answer my phone when I'm not in a live stream. So if you call me, I may or I may not answer, but people leave me voicemails and stuff like that. Surprisingly, nobody has sent me naked pictures. When that last live stream, when we were talking about how it's going to be illegal to send like naked pictures, what was it, Texas? I think it was it Texas?
Yeah.
In Texas. It's going to be illegal to sext and send naked pictures. And then we were all laughing in the live, or I was laughing my arse off in the live stream, because I was like, you could totally set somebody up. Like, what if Mr. Atomic sent me a picture and we lived in Texas? I could be like, I'm gonna get him in trouble because I don't love him anymore, blah, 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 blah. And report him for sending me those kind of messages, and it would be against the law. And then we joked after the fact because I was like, okay, are they gonna have like a cartoonist, like, drawing a picture of the perpetrator, and how are they gonna draw that D pic? Are they gonna make that D pic a happy face? So we were having a good old time with that, but we were joking. Oh yeah, and have the glory hole lineup. That was in the chat. We were laughing. Oh my gosh. But I said, you know what's surprising? Like, I have gotten everything. I've even gotten prank calls on my live streams before, but I have never gotten naked pictures. Now watch. Now somebody's gonna send one.
I'm just waiting for the troll to call.
Oh yeah, the troll hasn't called yet because so anyway, you guys, last chance, area code 480-216-6140. You guys, Canada is having a problem with immigration. Oh yes, you guys. The same thing that happens to us is happening to them. So you know how I've told you guys before, and you've seen it in the video footage back in spring, where the Brazilians were flying here. They were flying from Brazil to the nearest airport, carrying their luggage over the border after being dropped off by their Uber or taxi or whatever, and then crossing the border with their luggage. Yeah, sometimes 2 pieces of rolling luggage behind them, okay? The same thing is happening to Canada, okay? Migrants are flying to the closest airport, landing, taking an Uber right to the border, and wheeling their luggage right behind them over the border. Mm-hmm. Yep. Same thing is happening to Texas. I mean, Canada. Sorry, I'm stuck on Texas. So Canada is now finding out how we are being taken advantage of. It's happening to them. And they actually have a bus program. Like, it's those small white buses. It's like a short bus. But you usually see it for senior citizens, residential areas.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
Hi, this is Atomic News.
Hello. This is a pre-recorded announcement from the current administration.
My fellow Americans, it's time we stand united on our common goals. I promised when I came into office we would make America great again. Now is that time. I am appealing to you to stand up for America. In 3 months, we will start construction of our largest effort ever to secure our borders. I am calling on you to help us with this project. We will be taking donations at the conclusion of this call. For $10, you can donate a brick and make America great again. For $15, your brick will have a personalized dedication to yourself or a loved one, ensuring freedom and truth in America. For $25, your brick will face the United States of America, so everyone on the side of the wall will see your personalized dedication. You will now be prompted through our telephonic donation system.
Okay, it's been a long time since I've gotten a prank call on a live stream, but there you guys go. Somebody did that. That was not a legit fundraising call. Okay, that's funny is that phone number was an Arizona phone number. So, oh my god. Okay, so I think the last time I was prank called was January or February, and and I was actually prank called not once, not twice, but I think it was 3 times in a live stream. So with that, thanks for the fun, guys. So obviously the troll that's been in the room is chicken shit and can't call in himself. Because really, who could stand up to me? It'd take a really strong person, because girl is pretty tough, right? That's why I have this channel. That's why I'm still rocking and rolling. One of the few right-winged patriot females with a YouTube channel that is not afraid to say it the way it is and tell you what the truth is. There are not that many of us. But I do hear that I have like a super fan. I heard it from Snafu, CAG News Network. I'm gonna have to reach out and contact her and have her on my channel. I guess she is a fan of Atomic News. So I have not checked out her channel, but if she wants to text message me, she'll be able to find that telephone number in the description box below when this video is uploaded. And I invite her to message me so that we can kind of work something out and get her on a live stream, because that's how I roll. So I hope you guys enjoyed that border update and Ilhan Omar. Oh, I thought maybe somebody was trying to call back in. Hope you guys enjoyed that news. I'm sorry that I haven't made a video in a few days, but I went to the border and then I had this whole allergy thing and I'm just now like breathing normal. I was all stuffed up. It was really crappy. But I want to thank all my atomic bombs for being here today. And if you were new here today, welcome. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back. And if you are returning, thank you for your continued support. Thank you to my moderators, TKO, Snafu, if you were in the house, thank you. I don't know because I can't see chat. Thank you, Mr. Atomic, for always moderating. Thank you, Let's Be Frank. I do know that you were in here too. I don't know how long, but I always appreciate all my moderators for helping out, because I can't walk and chew gum and do this live stream and read and moderate at the same time. So thank you to all of you. And if you haven't hit that like button on the way out, you guys hit the like button and share this video, all right? Because YouTube, all right? They shadow ban people like me. It's a real thing. They tried to shut me down and I was shut down for 6 hours one day. And ever since, they've been screwing with me. So share this video, get it out there, and keep watching that community section on YouTube, and I'll post when I have the next live stream, probably this weekend. So until then, you guys have a good night. Peace out.